The doctor
Who
was
we
only
have?
able to rouse herself briefly, which allowed for a short interaction with us. Then she returned to her isolation pod. She released some kind of black fog that has obscured all our attempts to observe what's going on inside the pod. Subsequent attempts at communication have met with no reply.
I see. And so what did she tell you?
She said that large numbers of gray space entities have been summoned by the Hive Mother and are heading for the deep ocean near Innis, where there are some things they are very interested in.
What's this Hive Mother? A gray space entity that's higher up the chain of command?
I'm afraid a definitive answer may require the doctor's input. Our main concern right now lies in Innis. The doctor has already warned us numerous times that the Second City is in extreme danger. That is, if we are to trust her words. Archon Larson has already put patrols near Innis on high alert. But recently, we haven't received any reports of a gray space entity intrusion, which is perhaps even more disconcerting than if we had. It's possible the gray space entities have found a way to cloak their arrival via an as-yet undetected method. My next question would be, what exactly is attracting them to the area? Director Ava, did Rebelia say anything more detailed in regard to Innis?
No, and I'm afraid she did not appear to be in the best state of mind. She claimed to be suffering under the effects of the Hive Mother's will, and that she was not able to interact much at all with us as a result. Moreover, she soon disappeared back into the black fog I mentioned. Stasis chamber data anomaly. Miss Lin, the doctor's...
I can hear you.
Rubilia.
But the Hive Mother can hear you too.
Oh, alright. Just
Where is the Hive Mother?
In my head, whatever I see, whatever I hear, she hears and sees. And I can't escape her, even in this pod.
She can sense your surroundings somehow? Using your eyes?
Any gray space entity can become the eyes and ears of the Hive Mother if she so chooses. Nor can I do anything to resist her will. I know that when she looks at me, she can see whatever I see. Right now, when the bulk of her attention is still focused on the Innis artifact under the sea, I can maybe conceal a little bit of what I'm thinking from her. But I'm not sure how long that will last.
What is this artifact under the sea that Innis possesses?
I don't know. I can't fully comprehend the will of the Hive Mother. All I know is she's calling me, and the call is getting stronger and stronger. She needs all of her millions of children to go and release her.
Release her?
The Hive Mother
Well, that's
herself is
strange.
currently imprisoned within a cage of black stone. But the power of the cage is gradually weakening. And when finally that cage is broken, the Hive Mother will re-emerge fully into our world.
A cage of black stone? Could it be deep under the sea at Innis?
I can't get any kind of accurate sense of the Hive Mother's current location. Perhaps there is a pocket of abnormal space, like the confounding abyss near Innis.
It's difficult to imagine what kind of person could have the power to cage the Hive Mother. But I suspect the Blackstone ruins left in the confounding abyss may be their handiwork as well.
I don't know much about that. I have no access to the minds of those powerful abyssins. But as for the inferior, younger gray space entities, they do not have the ancient memories of the Hive Mother, nor seek to continue her ancient grievances. I'm still trying to establish closer contact with them, and some kind of rapport. But I feel like the closer I get, the less human I become. I just don't know if I can. If I can.
Rubilia?
The stasis chamber's readout has returned to normal. Her consciousness is fading.
Listen carefully. She is keeping a close eye on me. I have to retreat back into the fog.
Yeah,
She
smart.
can use all my senses for her own purposes. Only the fog blocks her vision. Innes, you have to stop her.
Okay. 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 Well,
If what the
I don't
doctor
give
just
a
said is
fuck
true,
what you say,
then I'm afraid the entire region may not be the friendly human habitat we imagined. I will inform Hykros headquarters of what has transpired here and request urgent reinforcements. We will have to prepare for the worst.
It doesn't look like the doctor is capable of many conversations in her present state, Archon Larson. But she must know even more than what she's managed to reveal.
Yes. We'll have to see whether we can minimize or cut off the Hive Mother's influence. It might help to stabilize her. Lyra, can I leave that to you? Dr. Clive will provide all the necessary resources.
Yes, sir.
For the time being, Dr. Rubilia will have to remain confined within her pod. We can't risk bringing her back to Meroria at this stage.
Yeah.
Director
makes
Eva,
sense.
an executor team led by Captain Merrill will help you shore up the research station's defenses.
Yes, sir.
As for Inners, Lynn, can you organize a team to investigate? And if necessary, we may need to stagger an evacuation of Inners' population to Meroria.
Understood.
Time is against us. I suggest using the long-range space rift located within the station to reach Innes directly.
And as for Rubilia, she's in your hands.
Don't worry, Miss Lynn. We'll look after her.
Very well. Executor, Shirley, let's go.
Why am I always going? Why is it always me? Just kidding. Of course I'm going. Nice! Finally showing me as a badass.
Wow, that's insane!
Okay, so you're not the Umi that I thought you were. Damn, I'm a badass. Ah, bro, I wish I was able to do that though. You need more to help her up? Man, you guys are mean, dude. Why didn't you just help her up? Hey, Amy.
Officer
What's your
Lane,
weapon?
District 7 Executor in Training Umi reporting.
Oh, she's in
So
training.
you're Umi?
Yes, Officer Lin.
Just call me Lynn. What happened to your outpost? Meroria has been unable to get in touch.
I have just returned myself. I was ordered to hunt down several gray space entities en route to attack the outpost when I intercepted their distress signal. I hurried back immediately.
Proper procedure requires that you immediately relay news of the attack on the outpost to headquarters. Leaving your post like that was not your call to make.
I'm sorry, madam. Lynn,
And what of your colleagues at the outpost?
I don't know. On my way back, I was soon ambushed by enemies. And after that, I encountered you. I'm detecting faint signs of life in one of the lower areas, as well as signs of gray space entity activity.
The outpost should have a built-in safe house for emergencies.
Fuck, do you
Maybe the
sense that?
survivors hid inside.
Right! The safe house is located below. I'll take you there.
Thank you, Umi. See, we need kind people like that, Lynn. Stop being mean, alright? God damn. Wow. Dude, such retarded. Fucking. Which is mega. Like, honestly, the second I got this weapon, I just been running around. I was done bosses that were just out in the field. I just been demolished. Oh, man. And I gave him that. Oh. not even fair.
I performed a thorough check. They appear to have simply passed out. No sign of injury or loss of life.
They just passed
Sorry.
out? Why would the gray space entities leave survivors? We've never seen anything like that before.
It may be a characteristic unique to Hatchers. What do you think, Umi?
I've never seen one before, so I have no idea. Sorry.
Notify headquarters of what's happened, Tianlong. Ask them to send a crew at once to pick up the injured. Also, Shirley, are you still picking up nearby gray space entity activity?
There are no more stable gray space entity signals nearby. Miss Shirley, you can detect gray space entities? That's extraordinary. It takes us a whole host of complicated machinery to accomplish the same thing. I've asked Shelley to make a few upgrades to my powers. I can't claim to detect them from very far away, but it does come in handy.
It has yet to come in handy, minus now. Now is literally the only time this has come in handy. I didn't even know you had this power before.
Incredible. Do you think that I could also?
Enough chit-chat.
Sure.
We've got a mission to do.
You can have. You can.
Umi,
have
do you
whatever
think that
powers
the
you
outpost's
want.
equipment is still in good working order? Headquarters has to re-establish contact with Innes ASAP.
I'll have a look now.
Let's also try to collect any clues we can nearby. We may have eliminated all the gray space entities within the outpost, but we still need to figure out exactly how they managed to mount such an effective assault.
Agreed. I thought we already did that. I thought that already happened. I think I've already seen them.
Alert! Gray space entities ahead!
Yeah, we see it. Nah, those
Not at all
pipsqueaks.
surprised, to be honest.
Those pipsqueaks. You guys were afraid of those pipsqueaks? It was easy.
We finally got rid of them.
Do
I
you
know, you guys
often
been
see
doing
gray
it.
space entity activity around here?
We might come across a few wandering gray space entities from time to time, but not so many at once.
These are the least of my worries. What we should be concerned with is what may be waiting for us ahead.
Oh. There's not going to be some big, powerful monster watching us from the shadows, is there? I've never gone up against Abyssins before.
Whatever the danger is, that's why we're here. Umi, you're going to have to lead the way.
Officer Lin, I suggest we split up for the next section.
Is that so?
The 3 base stations are located in different parts of the miasmic swamp. Going one by one will take a long time. It may be better to split up and handle all 3 at once. But we're not familiar with the terrain here. It could be dangerous if we don't stick together.
True, but we don't have the luxury of time. Right now, our orders are to repair the base stations ASAP. I think Umi has a good point.
All right. It makes sense to work quickly.
Then I'll provide everyone with a map of the area. There you go.
Umi, how do you think we should split up?
Eh? Me?
You're the local expert. Your suggestion carries a lot of weight.
I would say... Base stations 1 and 3 are near our present location. Officer Lin and Tianlong, you could probably handle these 2 respectively. Base Station 2 is the furthest, so as the local expert, I think I can lead Shirley and the Executor to tackle that one. And we should be more than capable of eliminating any gray space entities we may find along the way.
Oh, hey, I don't think that would be very smart.
Oh?
Mainly because I don't have a good head for directions.
Shirley and I will handle Base Station 1. Umi, you take the Executor and Tianlong to Base Station 3. Then, if everything works out just fine, we can all rendezvous at Base Station 2.
And what if we run into trouble?
You should be able to handle yourself, right?
Well, when you put it like that, let's go.
And that's why you have me. he was here, so he knows. So he's aware of something. He's been here. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, yep. Get off my fucking screen. Not bad.
It's going to be pretty hard for just the three of us to fix damage this extensive.
Oh no! Darned Abyssins!
Abyssins? No. I noticed that the nearby force field generators were not taken down by brute force. Someone must have just switched them off. But these force field generators can only be controlled from a console at Outpost 10. And special authorization is needed at that.
Tianlang, you mean someone working in the outpost switched off the force field generators?
A working hypothesis. I sincerely doubt gray space entities would have the power to crack a security system that strong. Otherwise...
No. Surely not. Maybe it was a simple equipment malfunction?
Maybe it's
Well, I suppose we can't say anything for sure at this stage. Let's keep going.
Why she wanted
I'm
us
eager to meet
split
up with Lynn and
because she's
the others
afraid
at
of
Base
Lynn.
Station 2. Perhaps they figured something out we haven't.
Maybe it's Umi. Have you guys ever thought of that?
Are you alright?
Yeah, man, those things kept
I'm
on
alright.
grabbing me.
What about Umi? Have you seen her?
Umi? Maybe she's hiding somewhere.
Hiding? But we've eliminated the enemies.
She may not necessarily be hiding from our enemies.
What do you mean?
You haven't noticed that our new friend Umi has been acting a little strange?
Yeah, I said that already.
Strange? Maybe a little.
So you've also noticed something is slightly amiss with Umi. Well,
She may just be an executor in training, but even so, she would have already undergone rigorous preparation. Failing to immediately report an attack on her outpost and leaving it on her own accord is a major dereliction of duty. But judging by Umi's reaction, I got the sense she didn't know what a serious infraction it was. Also, when Lynn asked about survivors, Umi should have immediately suggested to check the safe house. She only led us there when Shirley said she had identified signs of life nearby.
exactly. She's been lying to us. And I think on more than one occasion. At first, I thought that she was just in shock. But it was
Whoa.
very curious to me that she
Stay
checked the outpost's comms network when Lynn asked her to. She didn't notice how odd that sounded. Executors are responsible for protecting others. They aren't trained in how to operate an outpost's comms equipment, or even have the access to it. But Umi did not have any trouble with either. She must have stolen access keys from those unconscious technicians. What I wonder is, how she managed to learn the system so well. Of course, it's possible that she didn't really check the systems like Lynn asked, but I think it's safe to conclude something very strange is going on.
Do you think Miss Lynn also noticed that something was off?
It's safe to say, yes. Lynn is very careful, and Umi's subterfuge has been clumsy, to say the least. Let's go and meet up with them.
Hey, what about Umi? Shouldn't we try to find her?
Don't worry. She will find us when she wants to.
Huh? But won't we get lost without her?
I've made my fair share of visits to this plant collector's paradise, so I'm familiar with the area.
Oh? I
Yeah.
thought you said you didn't have...
I was just playing along with Umi. Come on, don't fall behind.
Yeah, I figured. That's why he knew so much. Oh no. Okay.
No signs of Lynn or Shirley yet? Seems we're the first to arrive.
Or perhaps they ran into trouble?
If that's so, I think they should be able to handle it. It's a shame the equipment here isn't in better condition. It's going to take us several days at least to restore everything.
If we can't fix the base station for several days, do we have any other ways to go to Innis?
Without a space rift, the only way to get there would be the deep-sea tunnels.
Deep-sea tunnels?
Yes, a primitive access way established during the founding of the Second City for the transportation of materials, equipment, and personnel. The later establishment of stable space rift networks with Meroria rendered the tunnels mostly obsolete. There's an entrance to the tunnels quite close to here, just over
there's
there.
2 of them.
Is that Umi?
Let's go and see what's happening over there.
Miss Lin? Miss Lin, help me!
Very careless. The game is over. You can't lie to us anymore.
When did you figure it out?
Almost right away?
Yeah, almost right away.
You're a poor actress.
That's a shame, though. We could have been friends. That's a right shame.
You're all done for.
Oh, wait, so who is Umi like an actual person then? Oh, she is. And she was just used as a... Cool. I'll use my my super cheap weapons and carry on like nothing happened, huh? How about we do that, huh? How about that's what we do, huh? Where'd you go? Wait a minute, overpowered for this. This is literally the only got him. Pile of yogurt. Yogurt. Okay. Yeah, choose yogurt now.
She's unconscious, but alive.
Just like the other members of the outpost?
Yes. That gray space entity didn't kill them, just manipulated them like puppets.
These parasitic gray space entities represent a whole new threat to humanity. They're clearly much more difficult to defend against than classic entities. We have to pass on the news immediately to headquarters.
What should we do about this muddy one? Eliminate it? Or bring it back for Lyra's team to study?
We'll bring it back. It's an extremely valuable specimen.
Eliminate
Tianlong,
it.
can I leave the safe handling of that thing to you?
No, I would eliminate that.
I'd rather...
What about Umi?
Eliminate it.
The gray space entity has left her body, but is she back to normal?
I think that she should be all right.
Ow. Where am I? Umi, you're awake. Huh? Who are... Officer Lin! Officer Lin! District 7 Executor in Training Umi reporting.
Just call me Lin. Umi, what do you remember of the last several hours?
The last thing I remember is, I was training?
Training?
No, I was on patrol. Yes, patrol.
So, she doesn't remember. Actually, a gray space entity had taken control of your body. Caused us no small inconvenience, by the way.
Huh?
There's no need to intimidate her. She's just as much a victim of the gray space entities as any other members of the outpost. And I'm sure they need a thorough medical check. We should head back.
Huh? But what about this mess here? And shouldn't we be heading to the tunnels to go to Innis?
Headquarters can send someone and fix up the outpost. In terms of the tunnels, they haven't been used for quite some time. It's hard to say if they're even still serviceable. I think we should head back to headquarters and discuss the next step.
All right then, as you say.
Wait, no, you guys are acting weird. Okay. Did it look like somebody was there? It kind of looked like somebody was there. Oh, we're fucked.